In a neighborhood known for its ornamental facades and historic charm, one house stands quietly, defiantly modern. This is the Steiner House, designed in 1910 by Adolf Loos, an architectural statement that rejected superficial decoration in favor of functional form and purity. It is a foundational moment in the emergence of modern architecture. At the turn of the 20th century, Vienna was a paradox: imperial yet innovative, historic yet bursting with avant-garde movements. The secessionist artists, architects, and intellectuals were challenging traditions, but much of the city's residential architecture still echoed Baroque and eclectic paths. In the Heatsing district, wealthy patrons commissioned stately homes. Amid this visual richness, Adolf Loos introduced something radically new: a house stripped of ornamentation, defined instead by proportion, volume, and interior life. The Steiner House was commissioned by Hugo and Lily Steiner, progressive Viennese intellectuals who aligned with Loos's critique of decorative excess. Completed in 1910, it was one of Loos's first major residential works in Vienna. His client gave him freedom to explore ideas he had laid out in his now famous essay, Ornament and Crime, a text that challenged the obsession with aesthetic embellishment and championed utilitarian honesty. Loos approached architecture as an ethical and social act. For him, decoration was not merely outdated, it was dishonest. Ornament is crime. The smooth white street facade of the Steiner House is devoid of decoration, causing outrage among neighbors and critics at the time. Loos believed that cultural progress was marked by the elimination of ornament. Function shapes form. Rather than symmetrical facades, Loos shaped the building based on interior needs. This led to asymmetry and varied window placement that reflected the actual layout of rooms. Raumplan, spatial planning. One of Loos's major innovations was the Raumplan, a method of organizing interior space not by floors, but by interconnected volumes at different heights. The Steiner House features varied ceiling heights and room levels tailored to specific functions, privacy and modesty. The front facade facing the street is closed and quiet, while the rear opens with large windows and a sweeping garden view. This contrast illustrates Loos's belief in separating public appearance from private life. The execution of the Steiner House is deceptively simple, yet deeply thoughtful. Exterior form. The front elevation is a perfect rectangle, interrupted only by a few carefully placed windows. The rear features a graceful curved roofline, opening up to a garden terrace and revealing the inner life of the home. Material logic. The materials are not flashy: plaster, wood, and stone, chosen for their honesty and their function, not their status. Interior flow. The spatial experience unfolds through Loos Raumplan logic, a series of ascending and descending rooms that create intimacy, hierarchy, and efficiency. Built-in design. Loos designed custom furniture, paneling, and lighting, but always with restraint. The detailing serves the spatial intent, never overshadowing it. The Steiner House may look modest today, but in 1910, it was revolutionary. It challenged Vienna's ornamental traditions and prefigured the minimalist forms of 20th century modernism. It pioneered the Raumplan concept, later echoed by architects like Le Corbusier and Mies van der Rohe. It laid the groundwork for architecture that valued space over surface and truth over style. Today, the Steiner House is a protected monument, a radical gesture that still speaks softly, clearly, and with purpose. If this journey into Adolf Loos' radical purity of form has inspired you, subscribe to Space, Shape, and Scale for more cinematic explorations into the ideas, buildings, and architects who reshaped how we live, one wall, one window, one vision at a time.